Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get started while we're still waiting for Illinois Tech to join the lobby, but welcome everyone. Playoffs, NECC playoffs, I believe, or our Rocket League guys. Our Rocket League guys are currently going into playoffs. I believe the second seed, either the first or second seed. And say it's gonna be a fun little match. We're just waiting. We're just still waiting for Illinois to show up, but they should be here shortly. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what both teams have to offer here for week 1 of playoffs. All right, I'm gonna put us on latency variation. All right, we're good to go on our end. Waiting for them to start. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. So we can definitely see, as you can see, just from that start off latency variation, gonna have some problems here, some latency. But starting off game number 1, you can actually see that no PD in the lineup for this game number 1. PD and Trashy have been fighting for this role all season long, trying to see who's gonna start off this game with the first. It might see PD later on, maybe in game 2, game 3. We'll have to see. But already a lot of shots and just kind of like a lot of ball dribbles so far for this game. Nobody's been able to actually officially make, I think, a shot. We've definitely seen at least one from the side of ITE. But try with a very good just ball handle there. He's gonna hit the crossbar, but Graham able to actually stop the ball as well. Guy's just gonna jump just a little early. Trying to get some dribbles in the air. Gonna be able to just not get it, but he's gonna be able to wall bang this for one of his teammates, but neither teammate's there for the ball. Graham and Trashy both challenging for that ball. Definitely don't want to be double challenging. With Bay for ITE just there to keep that ball from going into the hoop. But another Graham not able to get a double click. Just no double bounce. They tried to get into that. But Graham says, alright, I'm gonna put this into the middle for someone. I think this is where this playoff game is gonna be showing. It's just gonna be a ton of who is basically who's just gonna get the first goal. First goal is gonna say everything momentum wise for these games. But again, I do want to reiterate, NSU currently going into this game undefeated in this league. And Try is gonna be able to do that, and first goal going to NSU. Very good double team here from Graham and Try. You can see, let's see, very good first tap. Goal! Yes, all the soccer goals. I got them laughing over there. Oh, almost a very quick goal. Tries to be able to start setting it up once more. It's going to be just a little too high this time. You're going to have to. Trash is just going to keep it on the onto ITE's side of the field. Tries here just scouting in the middle. Going to be able to have it like a good, I say, is going to have a good chance to put it back in the middle, but Graham's not going to be there. Neither Trashy. Oh, that actually misses. I'm very unfortunate for Trashy there. Not gonna be able to get it, but Graham be able to get this ball out of the net, keeping the ball onto their side of the field. Trashy with a good attempt here, not gonna be able to get get that front end to give it a good enough hit. Let's say this whole team needs to be here to stop this ball. With no momentum there, Graham setting up Try once again, but Try's not gonna be able there to actually get a hit on it. Trashy with a very good attempt, just one man to beat, but it's just not gonna win that out. Graham's gonna be able to just keep the ball into their side of the field. Try with another attempt at the ball. Trash is gonna have another attempt, but it's gonna hit the crossbar once again. Two men to beat. You can see Graham is just here sitting in the middle waiting to see where these challenges come. Not gonna get that one. Like, all these attempts are just sitting every time that ITE's been getting the ball to NSU's side, at least near their goal, it's just bouncing in front of the goal and they cannot capitalize on it. NSU just playing some really good defense here. But with 45 seconds left to play in this game number 1, NSU 1 goal up to 0 for ITE. I say the game of Rocket League can just swing momentum so fast, so you cannot count out either team. Trash is not gonna be able to get that one, and ITE is gonna be able to tie the score 1-1. Not what you want to see. Graham almost getting there to finish the block, but now it's gonna 30 seconds left here in game number 1, 1-1. Oh, I actually had the double kick off there. But Ari, as you can see, Graham had an attempt at the goal it would have made, but it's gonna be saved. Try's gonna be knocking the ball up. Is gonna challenge it, trying to get his team. Graham's gonna have a good position, but not a great angle. Trashy with 2 men to beat, but it looks like this game might be going into overtime. Graham says, will we try it? It's gonna a double challenge. Nobody's gonna be able to get it in there. Ball will touch the ground going into overtime for game number 1. Graham with a better kickoff. They say overtime in Rocket League, first team to score will take game number 1. And mind you, this is a best of 3 or best of 5. So a lot of Rocket League still to play. So let's go back into the game. Tries to be able to bounce the ball. Is going to put his team in a great position to try and capitalize on where this ball position is, but neither Graham or Trash are there to put in where they need. Graham with a good ball, air control for the ball. He's going to be able to get his team game number 1 here. And like John Pope, in the words of John Pope, 4167, goal! But that is game number 1 going to the way of Colonel Esports. I'd say lots of game to play. But Illinois Tech looking very strong on their own side. Now I'm going to be curious if to see, yeah, Trashy, it looks like Trashy will be staying in for game number 2 as well. Ooh, Graham already going to get eliminated with a demolition. But try is going to be able to get the team. Keep this. This has been NSU's game for a lot of the games that I've been streaming lately. It's just their ball control, like keeping it on the opposite side of the field, has been impressive. It's just now need to capitalize on these scores. Graham's gonna have almost a wide open goal, 1 man to beat, but now it's gonna have to challenge it in the air. Bay's gonna get it away, but Trashy, nope, tries gonna be able to bounce it off, but is nobody there for for ITE to capitalize on a free goal. Graham's gonna have to hard challenge this, 1 man to beat, and just gonna be a wide open goal. Wide open goal, 1 man to beat. But just like that, 1-0. Kickoff going in favor of NSU. A lot of pressure already, and Try just gonna be able to just knock it in. Quick second goal. 15-second goal here. NSU says we're in the driver's seats, trying to show why they are the undefeated team in this league. Trash is going to bounce it off the wall, try to set up one of his teammates for a better angle. Try's going to do the same thing. Will Graham be there for this? Graham actually is there for it. A very beautiful pass. Graham Graham there to cover up that small little miss. 3-0. Again, these kickoffs are just going away of NSU so far. And again, like, it's one of those ideas that NSU's been able to control the ball and keeping the ball on ITE's side. So there's just nothing, no like offense that they can do. NSU's just been all out offense, and I don't think it'll be stopping anytime soon. Graham with another 1 man to beat is gonna get the top corner of the goal, making it 4-0. I think ITE needs to take a small breather here. 3 minutes to play though. 3 minutes is a long time in Rocket League. So, but again, 4-0 in this game number 2. As again, look, just NSU just won this offensive grind. So Graham 1 man to beat once again is Bay. Just gonna be way too high. They just gonna be way too high that time. Probably not. I'm gonna say he's trying not to run up the score. But Trashy with 1, just gonna be getting a great read on that whole outline here. Try gonna be putting him in. Trashy's just gonna tap it in. 5-0. I definitely think I see there's gonna be probably a small change up here for game number 3. But just another quick goal for Trashy. 6-0. ITE has I think have fallen to shambles. This is just not even a showcase now. But say 2 minutes to play here, 6-0. You definitely don't. I don't think they definitely come back from this one. But as I say that, I'm really just really good ball control for NSU this time. I say you're gonna have to beat the one man. Actually not gonna be able to re-challenge this one. Says I'm gonna try and challenge it, but not gonna get there. Graham's gonna get bumped. Not enough boost for Try to keep challenging that. But Graham says, all right, I got it. 2 men to beat, not gonna be able to beat the first one. $125 to play here. Trashy gonna hit the crossbar. Great attempt. Graham's gonna get demolitioned. So far Graham's been demolitioned twice this game. Brian, 3 man to beat, is gonna not beat all 3. They're gonna save it last second. The ball, let's see. The ball is just all over the side of ITE. Nothing they can do. Bay's gonna try and just not gonna get a good flip. And Graham's gonna show off some stuff, but actually gonna get a little bit of assist from ITE. It actually would have missed. But ITE here, you can see him come in. Graham just showing off the air control, showing why he's one of the best of the players for our team. Trashy 1 man to beat. Ball's just gonna get too high, but 18 or 16 seconds left to play here in game number 2. Not gonna be you might if you're NSU here, you just control the ball, get it down on the ground, go to game number 3. Make this a 3-0, get it done with. Just slide down, you're just gonna get it on the ground. That doesn't count as ground, but that one does. Game number 2 going the way of Colonel Esports. Will they make a substitution in though for this game number 3? All right. Looks like no substitutions in for this. Whereas they just ain't gonna say if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Let Trashy get his gameplay or his game time here for game 1 of the playoffs. But now it is match point for NSU. I'm gonna be able to get super high, but it's gonna have pretty much no boost to keep challenging this. It's gonna need his teammate. Try with a good attempt, just gonna be met with violence. It's just gonna meet him though. Ryan with full boost, gonna get bumped in the air. There's gonna be a 1 man to beat. Nah, is gonna keep getting the crossbar with Trashy. Says, "I've got you, Graham." Alright, but already 1-0, 4 minutes to play. balance on for the side of ITE. It's just going. It just looked like they were going straight up, but just had no momentum. And now, let's say all this ball control is just all over the side of ITE. Maybe flying a little bit of breath. All right, Graham up. Not gonna have let's say just not gonna have any angle to keep playing on this ball. A try is gonna be not had a chance there if you would have challenged, but ITE looking to have some kind of offense. But as soon as I say it, it's just the ball just goes back and forth to the side of NSU. Now it's, I was like ITE is just trying to, I think just looking like they're just trying to bump for Graham, trying to keep him from doing more. But this ball, this ball control just needs to go back to the side of NSU. Graham's gonna go to keep that ball from getting it from scoring. Actually with a good, good read. Not gonna be able to do anything with it. Tries the only one in mid that has any attempt at the ball. Gonna attempt Bay, trying to keep that ball from going anywhere. Graham with all the control. 2 men to beat. At 2 minutes left to play in this game number 3. Ooh, a good attempt. A good double team attempt there. Just not going to be able to find a goal. I say Bay. It looks like Bay just ends up having to play perma. It's just playing perma defense. But nothing they can do. Tries going to be able to find a score. These setups from Graham are just getting a lot of value. And it looks like NSU is just keeping the value from it. You can see this air control from Graham. Not gonna be able to do anything about it though. This ball just doesn't decide to move. But 1 minute, basically 1 minute to play here. 2-0, NSU on match point. Trying to be a little too close. Not gonna be able to get a good jump on that ball. But 1 minute remains. Definitely doesn't. I don't think you run up the score here. I think NSU just controls the ball. Maybe scores one more goal. Tragedy just not gonna be able to have enough boost to keep challenging. Tries gonna have another attempt, but both players are gonna. Graham's gonna bump A, trying to make sure he gets this. Make sure he got the boost. I'll say it looks like NSU's kind of just playing some stuff, but they're gonna allow a goal. Allowing ITE to actually get I think it was nothing you can do about it. Letting up one goal when you had what 10 unanswered beforehand, I don't think that's too big a deal. Graham and Try both are gonna try for this, but Graham's gonna get just gonna sneak in tries. You definitely don't want to. This is a crazy one. Graham's just gonna sneak it in for Try. Try did all the work, but 12 seconds to remain here in game number 3. It looks like NSU will be moving on to game 2 next week of playoffs. Not gonna be able to get. Ball's gonna touch, and that is a GG's to ITE Scarlett. A very good game from both of them. NSU showing off why they are the undefeated team currently. But with that, we'll be back next week for playoff round 2.